Tonight's top story, a landscaper on the job shot 10 times. And tonight, police have a suspect in custody.
This is 50-year-old Charles Martin. Investigators say he was mad. The victim was blowing leaves towards his vehicle at a West Side apartment complex this morning.
He opening up a can of worms like you could go viral tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Labor Lounge. We appreciate you. Labor Lounge, that's right, we been working out. All that issue can't talk at work, we can talk about. Labor Lounge, I ain't gonna argue with ya. I'ma hit you with these facts so that you can get the picture. Hey.
Labor Lounge, I need your help. What sentence does an aggravated assault charge carry? I'm interested because in this next story, you're going to see a young man who's actually facing that charge right now, simply because he was having a bad day. We have a landscaper, 35 years old, who woke up in the morning to go do what he does every day. This is how he makes his living. But he met a client who was having a bad day. And what did this client decide to do? He decided to shoot this landscaper 10 times. Now, why it escalated so quickly? You're going to find out in this next clip.
Police say a 35-year-old landscaper was just doing his job when he was gunned down.
This is not something that is acceptable.
They arrested this man, 50-year-old Charles Martin. He's now facing an aggravated assault charge. They say it appears Martin was frustrated the landscapers were blowing leaves towards his vehicle. Police say he went to the front office to complain, but eventually confronted the workers.
I guess it wasn't handled to his satisfaction. He came out and took matters into his own hands.
Investigators say he shot the victim at least 10 times. Adonis Gomez has lived at the apartment complex for 5 years. He says shootings happen all the time.
My son was actually out here one time when someone got gunned down in broad daylight. He was at the park.
Police say Martin has an extensive violent criminal history. According to online court records, he's been convicted 4 times of assault.
We're going to do everything we can to make sure that this individual is held accountable for what he did.
So there you have it. Mr. Smith went to the office to let the office know that he was unhappy with the way that the landscapers were doing their job. He must have expressed that they were blowing leaves towards his vehicle. He didn't like the way that they handled it. So his next thought was to go and shoot this landscaper who's 35 years old 10 times. Not once, not twice, but 10. So you're telling me because you didn't like the way that they handled it, your very next thought was to go shoot the guy. That's crazy. I don't understand where your thought process was, and whatever you get, that's the time that you deserve. You must not have saw the last story of how the man came outside and shot the young lady who turned into the wrong driveway. So you're going to be looking at some serious jail time. Now, a little silver lining to this story is that the 35-year-old landscaper, at the time that I'm reading this story, he's in critical condition. So he might pull through this thing, and that's what we're hoping for. I hope he makes a speedy recovery. But regardless of how you look at it, that man's life is going to be changed forever. When it comes to just dealing with people on a day-to-day basis, he's never going to look at the world the same way again. And to be honest with you, this is why you always got to keep your head on a swivel and you got to stay ready when you leave your house. Because every time you leave your house, doing the things you do every day, going to work, going to the grocery store, going to the park with your kids, you take your life into your own hands. And it's sad that it's that way, but it's the harsh reality. When you step outside your door, and even being at home sometimes, there's a risk involved in it. So everybody be safe out there. Do what you can to keep yourself safe. Avoid situations if they're avoidable, because you never know who's having a bad day and who's willing to throw it all away just to have that moment and harm you. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this story. Until next time, I'm out.